Welcome back, trainers, and today we're going to be testing out the Hisuian Qwilfish to see how it does perform in the Open Great League here. Now, folks, before we get into this, I really do appreciate you if you are here, and if you can hit that like button, that would be just the best. Now, I am hanging out with family. My room is next to the kitchen in the morning, so you can only imagine on vacation, family, kitchen cooking, so it's just going to be loud. So if you hear sounds, that's what it is. Just want to give you a heads up. Folks, I'm having a blast out here. It's amazing. We're not doing anything too crazy, but just enjoying myself. So, Hisuian Qwilfish, I did quite a few battles. These are going to be over the course of a couple of days. Now, again, I'm going to say this because people seem to not get it, some people. And they're asking, how come you're not ranking up? I do not care. I am not trying. I am testing out random teams, and I'm just having fun. As a matter of fact, on vacation, like there'll be some times where I'll be tapping the screen, and I just don't even look, and I'm like, I don't even care. Like it's just a hard counter, and I'm like, this game is not even worth trying to fight back. I'm just tapping the screen mindlessly, and I'll just back out because it's just no way to come back from that counter. Anyways, with that said, folks, we're going to be swapping out that third Pokemon, and we're going to be using the Shadow Venusaur the entire time alongside it here. And we're going to kind of use some wacky teams that will get countered by specific Pokemon, specifically Skarmory. Alright, so if you guys want a little bit of a story time as to what I've been doing, I can tell you last night I went out with my brother to a place here in Lake Havasu called Glitch, where they've got, it's like a bar and some old school arcade games. Now, if you grew up in the 90s and went to Chuck E. Cheese, you were going to be in heaven. You had the old school Ninja Turtles, this game called Off-Road, got 3 steering wheels, pedals, and the physics in that game were way ahead of its time. I'm talking the old school one, not the sit down one, which is still great that they did have in the newer arcades when you did grow up. What else did they have? Mortal Kombat. I mean, you name it and they had it. It wasn't the biggest arcade, but it was definitely pretty interesting. But anyways, we'll probably do some more story time here. We got the Deoxys on the team alongside these two. It was a pretty solid team, but it started to counter me pretty good, so I kept swapping it out and just having a little fun here with it. So let's see what we have going on here. We'll get into the commentary, folks. Up against that Swampert, going for the Psycho Boost, immediately lowering our attack. But at this point, it's better to just keep spamming them before they hit us with the Hydro Cannon. Do as much damage as we can, but while we are doing this, they can understand that they could probably farm up a little bit extra now. So we're going to go ahead and bring in Venusaur, and they have that Trevenant. We immediately swap into the Hisuian Qwilfish, and they bring in the Swampert. Now let's talk about this Qwilfish, okay? What about Overquill? Isn't that going to be better? Potentially, it definitely has some play. We'll take a look at that in the future. I just wanted to kind of go down the line here with this new stuff. So the Hisuian Qwilfish, I'm going to be completely honest with you. From my personal experience, I wasn't really impressed. You know, it does things, but it's too squishy. It can't take a hit for anything. It's just kind of ridiculous. If you're going up against an Azumarill, so we've got Dark Pulse and Aqua Tail. I mean, you got Poison Jab, but then you're left not very super effective move. I mean, you could have the Poison Charge move or Shadow Ball, I suppose, which is going to help you. So kind of choose and pick your moves wisely depending upon what you need, and know that if you go up against an Azumarill with this thing, it's still not going to be a really good situation here. What it does do is kind of wall up Ghost, but at the end of the day, look how much this does. Shadow Ball, not very effective, and it almost freaking does 75% of my health. That's a little bit absurd, and that's the reason why I'm not going to advocate for you to use it. So just pick something else. I mean, you can. I'm not going to, you can use whatever you want. I'm just giving you the heads up. This thing is not that good. It wasn't that great in the Hisuian Cup, and it's still not that good. So I also forgot to use my daily incense. That's how much I'm like, I definitely have the game open, but I'm just enjoying myself, right? I'm not like constantly thinking about this game. While I'm out here, I may go down to the lake later because they got a lot of stops. See, I was already here a couple of years ago, and I had spun a bunch of the stops here, pretty much everything within the immediate area, and came back and they've got like 4 times more things, so I might go down there. Last time I was here, I was in a raid, people recognized me. You know, anywhere there's this game, I'm going to pretty much get recognized. So anyways, we got the Venusaur in the lead. I think we're leading with it the entire time. Ooh, sounds like the food's really cooking out there. All right, so we are got super effective ice right back, so we're going to go ahead and let it go, unfortunately, because using bold shields right off the bat is not going to be good, and they're going to inevitably outpace us and just beat us anyways. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the Qwilfish. Look at the damage, kind of ridiculous. They can't take a hit at all. We're charged up on energy. They're bringing in, was that a Talonflame or some fire? A Ninetales Shadow. Okay, so we're going to go for all these Aqua Tails. All right, Qwilfish, let's get it. Time to shine, little buddy. So we're going to get a shield, final shield, swapping into a Spylus. Now, this is going to be our final team here. I guess we just stuck with this for whatever reason. I just wanted to have a little fun with the Spylus. And as far as the Hisuian Qwilfish going up against a Charm user, it's still taking a ton of damage. As well as going up against a counter user, still taking a ton of damage. It's still just neutralized. On top of just being squishy, it can't take a hit. So calling the Psycho Boost, very nice. Spylus holding it down for us here and taking the win. So as you can see, this is going to be a very weak team to steal. So yeah, definitely gonna have some trouble with the Skarma lead. I get it. I'm just out here having fun with some random teams. Next battle, we're met with a Nidoqueen. Let's go. All right, so the thing is Shadow. We're Shadow. We're gonna be taking a ridiculous amount of damage. So absolutely shielding that up, going for the first, which they're gonna obviously be shielding this up. Now we have a little bit of an issue here. Qwilfish is not going to be able, I mean, it's not very effective poison jab. We're going to have to probably be debuffed with Spylus or the Qwilfish. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the Qwilfish, see if we can get to Aqua Tail and we get there and beat them, which is very nice. So now we're not going to have our defense debuff, but they're using their final shields. The question is, are they going Earth Power? They're going Poison Fang. We called it correctly. Okay, I think they weren't quite there. Maybe I wasn't counting or paying attention. Going for another Aqua Tail, which is going to KO them. They have lowered our stats here, so maybe want to swap out to Spylus immediately. Hopefully they don't have a counter user, and there it is, a freaking Deoxys. So we're taking super effective from that counter. More than likely, Psycho Boost, we call it again. We're just calling all these Psycho Boosts with this Spylus. Let's go. Going for the Dark Pulse, which is going to get stab and super effective. Can we Dragon Breath them down? We do. Beautiful. We should be able to get to this charge move here. We're going to go for that Dark Pulse stab. Shields are down. There's no point to go Body Slam down. And we're going to go ahead and take them out. Oh, one more Dragon Breath and we take the win with that Spylus. Let's go. Next battle, what are we going to see? Wall Rain. This is just, it's not great. You threaten them, but it's their battle for sure. Unless you want to use all your shields, but even then, it's still their battle if they match you. So we're going to go ahead and shield up that first one. I don't know why I'm building up extra energy. Maybe to make them think I got two, but they're still shielding up. I mean, what's that going to do for me? Alright, so we're doing that same song and dance like that last battle, letting the Venusaur go. Seeing if we can get to the Aqua Tail and take them out. They're going to be getting to an Icicle Spear, kind of typical like last time here. You know, just about one-shotting the Qwilfish with one Icicle Spear. We farmed them down, got a little brave there, actually able to do that. They got a Swampert Shadow. We immediately swap into our Spylus, and they have two Pokemon that are going to not necessarily want to see Spylus. So here we go. Can we take... And this is a Spylus video. Forget the Qwilfish. I'm going to probably name it like... I'll put its name in the title because it does put in a lot of work. As well as the Venusaur. The Qwilfish is just like there. Just an extra. So Swampert, see, probably going to hit me with... I thought they were going to go Earthquake. I think what happened was they wanted to get my shield. So they just go Hydro Cannon here. We let it go. It's still doing a lot of damage though. They have no more shields. Simply gonna... Well, we have no choice but to let this go. So thanks, Spylus, you did your job. Qwilfish has got a ridiculous amount of energy, so we're just going to go right for that Aqua Tail and take the win up against that Shadow. Let's go. So as you can see, I mean, I wanted it to work because I love poison types. The only problem is it just can't take a hit. And we get a Shadow Palkia. This one, that was very nice, very nice. All right, so if you ever meet me in person and you want to hear the story time about Vegas, I may or may not tell you. I don't know. Depends on how I feel when I see you. But it was freaking banana. Here, I'll just give you a taste. I wasn't robbed, but I almost had my phone stolen. And I chased the person in this specific situation. There's a lot of things that led up to this, all right? And got it back. But it could have been horrible. It could have been crazy. Now, if you're thinking, oh, did you follow, some streetwalker up to a room? No, that's not what it was. Something else different and crazy, but I was able to get it back. Could you imagine? My life is my phone. That was, yeah. When I caught up to them and I got them, grabbed them by the shoulder, They're like, oh, I'm so sorry, you're right, yeah, I shouldn't have done, like, yeah, man, I'm about to knock your dumb ass out. You better hand over that phone, boy, you chump. Anyway, that's just part of it. I mean, like I said, that's just a fraction of the complete story, so just giving you a taste of what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, I guess. Dude, that place is bananas. Anyway, it's pretty fun. You want to go there with friends and cash. Personally, if I ever went, I don't know if I'd ever go there. I had a choice, but it's not bad. It's not really great for Pokemon Go because your reception's always in and out, spotty. Shadow Ball to the face from Jellicent. Can we farm this thing down? That is the question here. Well, it is our only option because we need energy for whatever is in the back. Hitting us with the debuff, and they swap. So we're going to be going for that Aqua Tail. Come on, Qwilfish, hold it down for us. Talonflame, shielding. Can we get to another Aqua Tail? Don't think that this is possible. Oh, wait, we got the Spylus. Never mind. I thought we only had the Jealous or the Qwilfish. All right, Spylus again, taking the win for us, like usual. Always having to pick up the slack for that thing. All right, Venusaur up against Medicham for the next battle. What's going to happen here? We got to look out for Ice Punch. We got to look out for Psychic. If they bait us with a Power Punch, it's going to hurt your soul. So we go with Frenzy. They let it go. Like, I know I can survive that. I'm not giving you a shield. We shield up Ice Punch. I just had to hope it wasn't a Power Punch and we're able to farm down. We're down a shield, but we have a Frenzy Plant. And they're going to be bringing in a counter, which is a Noctowl. And it's not the worst case scenario. We're okay. They still have 2 shields, so we swap into the Qwilfish. Like, do something, you know? One of those, like, memes of the kids, like, just bored with the toys. Like, do something. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go for the Aqua Tail. They got a Diggersby in the back, weak to water. So we'll just make do with this situation. The Spylus, you already know what it is. It's going to pick up the slack. The Venusaur has a decent amount of health left, so that's actually not out of the fight yet, not even by a long shot. So we're able to get that Aqua Tail in before they finish me off with a Fire Punch. Thank you, Qwilfish. You put in a lot of spammy charge moves there. Appreciate it. Now, what are we going to do? We'll farm down with Venusaur? Nah. I'm just going to go in here with Spylus. I felt like they were almost to an Earthquake. Then let's just take them out while we're ahead. Let's not get greedy. And that Noctowl is so low. We're simply going to shield up with it. They're not going to hit me with 3 Sky attacks, right? So we let the first one go, second one, and then we're just going to be able to Dragon Breath down and take that win there. No need to go for the charge move. Yeah, they just wanted my last shield. They're like, I'm going to get both of your shields and I'm going to back out. Yeah, Major, use your shields. Okay. Anyways, moving on to the next battle. We're met with a Bastiodon here, and this is a good matchup for me. Just got to shield up the whatever Stone Edge or Flamethrower that it's going to do. Obviously, Flamethrower is what they're going to go with. And this Frenzy Plant is still going to be digging into this Rock type, despite it being a Steel. Look at that. They're retreating with energy and bringing in an Ivysaur. So I kind of had to compute what was happening. I was like, what should I do? Qwilfish. It looks like we have Scrafty on the team. Whoa, hold up. I guess we swapped it up again here, having a little fun. So this is an even more vulnerable team to Skarmory now. That's awesome. So we're going to go for the Aqua Tail, which is actually going to be doing super effective damage. And this Bastiodon's down pretty low. Simple, I'm just going to go in there and counter it down after this. Or at this point, I could, oh, okay, never mind. Qwilfish survives it. I will survive. And I will get off this Aqua Tail and take out the Bastiodon. Okay, love to see that. And they have a Shadow Victory Bug back there. So, ooh, we're kind of in a weird situation. So I bring in the Scrafty, knowing that Shadow Victory Bell just can't really take a hit. It's squishy Shadow. We're going to go ahead and just bring in our Scrafty and counter her up and power a punch and just keep doing more damage and more damage. And this is our last Pokemon, and we'll just try to just figure it out, wither them down slowly but surely here. So we're going to be going for that power punch again, just adding the damage that we're going to be doing to our counter, getting a shield both times. I mean, it's not like, oh, we baited them. They needed to shield it up. Simple as that, whether or not we baited or went for the real move. All right, up against our friend Numbers. I don't know. It's not our friend. I'm just playing around. So they had Swampert lead. They swap into a Venusaur. That's a fantastic lead for us. We're leading with the Shadow Venusaur the entire time. And they swap into their own here, go for the Sludge Bomb. They let it go. We bring in the Qwilfish. Since we do resist everything, Frenzy Plant is going to still be able to take us out in 2. But we're able to actually quick move them down. Bringing back that Swampert. Going to go for the Dark Pulse, which is doing a lot of damage. It has a decent attack. That's what's going with it. That's the only thing really it has going for it, to be honest, is attack. So doing a decent amount there. Bringing in the Venusaur, gonna have to maybe shield this because of potential Earthquake. Yeah, good call on my end. And they have a Talonflame in the back. Oh, we got an Azumarill now. I was sick and tired of the BS. So this is probably the most solid team out of all the ones I put together. Those other ones are definitely good if you don't encounter your hardest weakness. This is just the most balanced out. And the reason why I'm using the Azumarill is like, okay, let's get a little serious here. Alright, so let's go with it. I mean, Hisuian Qwilfish and the Shadow Venusaur, come on, let's go. And we're able to bubble down with the Azumarill Shiny. Next battle, what are we going to see here, folks? Leading with that Venusaur and a Drifblim, hard counter, swapping into Azumarill here. And they bring in a Alolan Marowak? Okay, that does counter us to some degree-ish. It doesn't counter us. It's just, if we have Play Rough and Ice Beam, they're safe. And the only thing that they have to worry about is Bubble, right? While they can go for Shadow Bone and do a decent amount of damage. So they probably have something else back there that doesn't want to see the Azumarill. And this is their better option, like their sacrifice Pokemon. Okay, so we're going to win this matchup. There's no doubt about this here, going for a Play Rough. Unless they want a double shield. Okay, they let it all go. And we're out here with a decent amount of health left. They bring it back, that Drifblim, and this is perfect. We need to align it with the Qwilfish, the Hisuian Qwilfish, and so we can, you know, do some Dark Pulse damage. They immediately swap, and they have a Sableye. So what we're going to do is go for the Dark Pulse, make them use a shield or do some damage, and then swap into the Venusaur after they have thrown this. Well, we had no choice. We're too slow there, kind of CMP. So we're going to let it go, absorb it, not very effective. And, oh, never mind. I think we decide to stay here. I think this is going to be the better option. Just to kind of get those shields from them. All right. Okay. Swap into Venusaur to catch this. Beautiful. And we will be shielding this up just to preserve the health on the Venusaur. Since we still do have 2 shields, no need to get all dumb and greedy. And they're bringing in that Drifblim. Now, I knew we were going to do a lot of damage. It is Ghost Flying, but take a look. Look at that. Look at, you wouldn't even have thought it was freaking flying, right? What resistance? That's the thing about Pokemon Go, is you still do a dumb amount of damage in a lot of situations. All right, so there's that kitchen sound. So there's a little bit there. Got some breakfast waiting after this. All right, so we got a Shadow Nidoqueen. Let's see what we got going on here. They immediately swap. Love to see that. Bringing in a Walrein. Unfortunately, we do not have any counter users on the team at the moment. We still have the Azumarill, so we're going to go ahead and just get that off. We will be swapping after this. I think we do bring in the, what do we bring in? Qwilfish, perfect. So we do need to look out for Earthquake. That will obviously take us out in one shot. And we will shield this up because we call it correctly. That's definitely going to one-shot us. So good call on my end here. Going for the Aqua Tail. This should be enough. As they just got to their Icicle Spear, they let it go. And they have an Umbreon to the back. Okay. Okay, Hisuian Qwilfish. Put in some work. Let's see what you can do. It actually does. So it's doing something right now. And if they have Psychic, that's going to do a decent amount. Actually, I'm not too sure with the poison typing. Dark Pulse not very effective, so we're just going to town here. But what they're doing is building up a ton of energy. I mean, a ton. But the thing is, we have a Azumarill in the back, so they're basically locked in a loss, I guess. Still not, you know, we can still lose this. It's not over until it's over, I suppose. This Nidoqueen could really mess us up, I guess, with that amount of health. Down goes Venusaur, unfortunately. Can we bubble down? Or I think we bring in the Qwilfish. Okay. And this is exactly what we wanted them to do. Use this energy right here on our 1 HP Pokemon so that the Azumarill is clear to go in here, take them out. And they're going to throw a ton of Psychics at me. That's 1. Count them with me. 2. Do believe they get to like 2 more after this, but the Azumarill just absorbs one after the another, after another, after another. And the Azumarill is going to go for an overkill. Play rough on the Umbreon, and we take that win. And folks, this I do believe is going to be our final battle. If you haven't hit that like button, I really do appreciate it if you could do that. And with an Azumarill, I love to see that with the Venusaur. They swap into a Ferrothorn, which kind of threw me off. I was like, whew, what do I actually do here? This kind of counters my entire team to some degree. So we bring in the Qwilfish, and we're going to go ahead and go for the Dark Pulse, obviously, which is going to do something other than nothing. And they let it go, which is great. Sounds good. And we can't even take a Power Whip, not very effective grass move. We barely survive. I mean, this is the unfortunate part about this. We barely get to the Dark Pulse. I mean, okay, we got to it, great. And they let it go. All right, now that was like the winning situation there. If they would have shielded that up, I would have been probably going to lose. Probably. So in this situation, I already know they're going to go Brave Bird. So we're just going to let it go. Oh, they go Hurricane. Alright, that's pretty interesting and very smart, thinking outside the box, not to debuff yourself. Still getting a shield and retreating anyway, so it's kind of like could have went Brave Bird anyway there. They swap into their Umbreon and we go for the Frenzy Plant, which is going to devastate this thing. Oh my gosh, I love it. And we farm them, almost farm them down. Come on. We're going to let this go because, oh, and it's a Play Rough. Oh my gosh, that's so good, folks. That is so good. They got Play Rough and Hydro Pump, I would assume. And here we go, going for the Sludge Bomb, getting a shield. Talonflame is loaded up on energy, but we have 2 shields left. Again, folks, if you're hearing sounds, kitchen's cooking, family's here, you know, so got all that noise going. And, you know, good old family time. Looks like we got another battle, as a matter of fact. I was wrong. Taking the win up against that Talonflame with our Azumarill Ice Beam. Let's go. Next battle. Now this will be the final one here. Met with a Scrafty. Good lead so far, but it's, you know, you can still take a lot of damage. You got to be careful. Who am I joking? This is a great lead. All right. Going for the Frenzy Plant. Getting a shield right off the bat here. So essentially 2 counters to this. Qwilfish is not really a counter. I mean, you're still taking a dumb amount of damage from that sucker. So they go for Foul Play. Sounds good. They really do not want this Scrafty to go down. Are they going to double shield? They do. This team must be weak to Venusaur in the back. So when that does happen, you got to kind of think about it. They go for Power Punch. All right. I think we actually just take them out here. I can't believe we called that Power Punch. Let's go. Not hitting all the bubbles because we don't need to. And they got a Deoxys. And they're going to be countering this down, which is not good at all. So what are we going to do here? This is not a great situation. Bring in the Qwilfish. We got 1 shield. If they go for anything, it's going to do a lot. Let's see what they go for. Rock Slide. I don't think they can make it to another one. Is this going to KO the Deoxys? That is the question. Dark Pulse, Stab from Qwilfish, and it does. Fantastic. What's in the back? Bramble. All right, let's go, let's go. Oh, not able to get to that. That's okay. Bring in the Azumarill, and they're going to back out here. There you go, folks. Qwilfish, it's okay. Hisuian, it's all right. Thank you for watching, and take care, traders.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!